Due to injuries and ongoing pain, I'll be heading back to the U.S. to undergo an extended rehab process. I just want to thank you guys for welcoming me into the city with open arms and showing love and support. And this will always be home for real. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Go Astros.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got breaking news to report to you involving LiAngelo Ball G3. So this is completely devastating. LiAngelo is leaving Mexico. He is leaving Guadalajara. He is leaving De Jalisco. Now, it was a report that just came out involving the Astros and BBB. It was a statement that came out. Like I said, I'm going to read what was put out. It says that to our fans, the media, and the general public, we hereby want to inform you that the player LiAngelo Ball suffers a ligament injury to the left ankle by common agreement between the board of Astros, D. Jalisco, and the company BBB, representative of the player. It has been decided that the injury will be treated with medical staff in the United States of America, always prioritizing the health and well-being of LiAngelo. We want him to have the best treatment and a prompt medical recovery so that we can see him again in the duel of Jalisco. We appreciate all the effort, time, dedication that the Ball family gives to our club, and the basketball fans, the whole Astros family is waiting for LiAngelo's return to soon continue shining for Jalisco. So clearly they have crying emojis as they write this statement. Like I said, this is tough, man. This is a devastating blow for LiAngelo, for Jalisco, for everybody. LiAngelo, it seemed like Jello was just, about to take off, and put matters into his own hands, and something that he can't control. I can't wait till he gets back and we get a full synopsis on really truly what's going on. I think once Jello arrive back in the U.S., we're gonna get a clear indication of what's happening. Now we all know if it's a ligament injury in the ankle, we all know the staff out in America. We all know what that's all about. It could definitely, prompt a speedy recovery. We got the best doctors in the world. But a ligament injury, I do want to see. This is gonna see at the end of the day, y'all. It's tough, because Jello just suffered an injury. It's like that's almost like a theme for LiAngelo, getting injured and then recovering. It seems like, and it messes up because Jello is training. He's starting to really. It always seemed like it's on the cusp of something with LiAngelo. And it seemed like it was about to be on the cusp. Everything was on the up and up. Things was just really getting started, out here, and we don't know exactly what went on. That's what said with a ligament injury, you are going to have people wondering why couldn't he have just rehabbed with the team with the ligament injury? You understand, to his ankle. Is it fractured? And that's something that they haven't discussed yet. When you read this, a lot of people gonna say he broke. We don't know the severity of nothing, because if you are reading what they just put out, it says that we hereby want to inform you that player LiAngelo Ball suffers a ligament injury to the left ankle. We don't know what in the world this ligament injury. We don't know what that could be spooky, And like I said, you have a situation with Lonzo out. LaMelo out. Now Jello was looking like he was the only one playing, and now LiAngelo Ball, once again another injury has occurred, and this is devastating, for Jello. I don't want nobody to say that, this was a serious thing, man. You had the full big baller brand, they went full fledged. You had LaMelo supportive. You had Lonzo. obviously LeVar Ball, he had merchandise. They put out videos. These guys doing. You are talking about the rookie of the year, LiAngelo Ball, playing for the Chicago Bulls, one of the premier franchises in all of sports. You understand? This was no accident. This was no handshake. This was a massive endorsement, from the Ball family to Jalisco, Mexico, and they were ready. They were full fledged, ready to give LiAngelo Ball, the nod, and ESPN was getting involved. It seemed like things was just about to get going. I believe a streaming deal, people was gonna figure out a way to get LiAngelo Ball games to monitor what he was doing and his progress. And I just want to hope that it was truly just that. Now, like I said, this is my first thing. I'm just going off the top. I ain't really get a chance to break it down fully. I'm just going off the top of the head, off of reading something and hitting the play button. Let's go. I got to give you my fresh thoughts on how I feel about this, and it's deflating. Yesterday, when we was watching the game, LiAngelo, I knew something was off because obviously they didn't report that he wasn't going to be out. He was reported on ESPN. You had him plastered all over, maybe because he was the reason why they was getting involved, but you seen Jello there with street clothes. He had a hoodie on and he was sitting behind the bench. Okay, you not playing. Maybe you're going to sit at the end of the bench. Why are you sitting behind the bench looking like you with the trainers and the coaches? I don't think I seen another player that was around Jello. So I didn't like that look, the visual of Jello looking like he wasn't a part of the basketball team. He's not in the huddles when you're sitting behind you're sitting. I didn't understand. I was wondering what was, and I thought it could have been injury reasons. The schedule of the back-to-backs, things of that nature, So at the end of the day, people want to see these guys ball, and LiAngelo, if he comes back to Mexico, I think he puts a lot of this to bed. And the $1 million question is he going to be back to Mexico? Because like I said, this is going to prompt a lot of question marks. But this should show you, once again, the impact of LiAngelo, the impact of Big Baller Brand. A lot of people say this, a lot of people say that. These guys went out there with another league, and I'm telling you, they was about to have this thing all over everything, and it's unfortunate that we couldn't really see this through, and it's due to another injury. I feel sorry for LiAngelo Ball this time around because I know how hard he worked. I know that this was real. All of it was real. But I think this might have been one of the realest moves he's ever made in the basketball because of the travel, where he was at. We got to remember that too. And we're going to break that down as early as tomorrow. Did locale have something to do with it? You heard our man Michael Bryson speak on what was going on. Is that a welcoming place for everybody to go fly out down there, or vice versa? These are things that a lot of people was wondering. And we're going to get into it. We're going to break it down. But nonetheless, this is devastating breaking news involving LiAngelo Ball, G3, G Honcho. Peace and love, man. This is crazy, man. I can't believe this.